Okay guys, so I'm back with my die cut embellishment book, if you want to call it that. And so I have it filled with all my die cuts that I'm going to share with my, or whoever my swap partners will be. So I put some of them in bags because they come with like multiple little pieces. So like this one has tiny corks and it has the label pieces. So I wanted to make sure they knew that these go together with the poison jars that I die cut. So anyway, those go together, and then there's like tags in this one. Now the requirement for the swap was to cut a complete total of 15 die cuts. Okay, you could have done 3 of the same die cuts, 5 different dies. But the catch is if they come with the little pieces, that will come as one die cut. So this is why this little poison jar has this little baggie, because it comes with labels, it comes with also other things, but they're so tiny and there's so many, and I had to cut 3 of each set for 3 books. But the book that I created, it has a little tuck spot here. I'll probably put my note on this side in here. And then I made a top loading pocket in the middle page right here. So I will add my sequin mix up in there so you can see the little notch. I used my circle punch to add that on. And for the cover itself, I was attempting to do something like the Hocus Pocus book. And I was gonna put the little eye on there, something like that, and add some Velcro to open and close the book. But yeah, this was my sample. And at first I was gonna do the layering pieces, but as you can see, once you get these on here, if you just start with the decorative paper, there's no need to actually add the layering pieces. It just puts in, you know, it's just a lot of extra work, and I'm making 3 books. So this was my sample that I started with, and I think I'm just going to hold on to this and gift it. But for my swap, I just cut it out of the decorative paper cardstock, and you can see the paper is really nice. Even though we have stuff tucked in them, it still looks pretty cute. And so yeah, as far as making it sturdy, once I get these layered papers on here, I'm gonna get this on. I'm gonna use my little, so this piece right here is 2 by 6 inches, or about 6 inches, something like that. Score at 3 and score at 4, and it gives us the latch. And on the back side, before I put my layering piece, I'll attach my closure right there, and then add my layering piece on, and then add the front clasp onto the book, and that would keep us nice and sturdy. I do like the look of the eyeball onto the latch, but I'm afraid, like, I don't know how some people will take it. They might not like all the ghouly, scary, creepy stuff. That is a moving little googly eye up under there, and I just use hot glue. I also don't like that the ink that I'm using to color all of that, it comes off. So I have to find a way to either find a way to color this or not use it at all, and just decorate with some decorative paper, which is probably what it's going to come down to, because I'm running out of time. All right, guys, so back to the die cut book that I'm creating for Patty, who is Mommy and Me Crafts, to die for Halloween die cut swap. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I got the layering pieces all stitched up, and I used my sewing machine, and this is what the stitches look like. This is for the closure for my book, and these are the outside edgings for the cover. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with the latch or the closure, and this is the book right here, the die cut book, and I used a 6-inch piece, and I scored it at the 3 and the 4 mark. All right, so I scored it at the 3 and the 4-inch mark, and now I'm going to attach it to the back here, and that's where I want it. So I'm going to use the Barely Arts glue and attach it with this glue. I will use some hot glue also, just to make sure it takes hold. Okay, so I'm doing this before I put the layering pieces. Now I want to do it at about the center marking. So right about there. Okay. And that's where the hot glue would be handy. So if there's an easier way out there, guys, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I don't mind at all. The hot glue usually catches faster, but the glue itself, the wet glue, keeps a stronger, longer hold on the paper. Actually, really doesn't matter because you're going to put that layering piece on the over this piece right here. Okay. I like it. There we go. So Barely Arts glue just didn't even because of the stitching. So just refill my glue gun. Go ahead and add this here. And just hope for the best. Okay. And that is what I'm going to do. Close this like that. Okay. And now for the front part, I want to use Velcro. So let me get that. Okay, I found my glue dot or Velcro dots, and I'm going to attach it to. Actually, I need to put my front layering piece here. And that way I can attach my Velcro to this front cover, okay? So let me do that. Crazy. I think this will be the hardest part, is getting the layer pieces on with the cover, because the book is already filled with the die cuts and I'm too lazy to take them out. I don't want to take it out. So right about now, you can add whatever extra piece of layering you want to do to your book. I am not going to add extra because I still have to decorate it and also keep it as square and flat as possible for mailing purposes. That way it doesn't cost a little, you know, extra more than what the requirement is. It's supposed to try to fit in an envelope, one of those bubble mailer envelopes, something like that. So it's going to look just like this. Okay. And I'm going to use my Velcro. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and latch it right there. And remember guys, this is handmade, okay? Things are not gonna always be perfect, 100%, but you know, we're doing our best that we can. All right, so now I'm gonna add this piece on here. My glue is bubbling up. So if you're seeing this little extra strand right here in the middle, that's because my bobbin thread ran out in the beginning of my project or my sewing, so I had to re-thread my bobbin and then come back and continue with the layers. Okay, I mean with the stitching. So all right, let me get this piece on and just get it, oops, I mean as square as possible, as much as you can. Oh boy, I'm just moving that baby all over the place. What is going on, Barely Arts glue? You're like taking forever now to dry. And then once I get these all attached or layered on to my book, I will go back and make sure that the edging is not coming up. So like this part right here, you just gotta go in and press that on like that. Put it just like this, okay? And then we're going to attach this, and this is going to cover up the back side of our book. And just get it on here. I'm putting it liberal on there on the stitching because the paper is raised on that part, so you want to make sure you have enough glue on there to stick it down. Anyway, just get that glue on there, and if you have the strong double-sided tape, go for it. But I'm going to use glue. I like the way it looks. All right, so I finished adding the layer pieces to the base, and it seems like it's taken me forever to do this project. This is in a span of a month because I just keep pushing it off to the side, but this is what it's going to look like as far as our base is going to go. Oh gosh, I really did that. But anyway, we're going to add our ephemera pieces on here and get everything all nice and neat and presentable, decorated with some good stuff, and hopefully get this out by Thursday. I need to get this out ASAP. I don't want to keep this in my hands for too much longer. But anyway, I'm going to finish up the rest of the books. I have 2 more to cover, and then I'll come back and then I'll just put you on time lapse to decorate these books because I don't know exactly what I want to do to them. I was attempting to do something like the that's where I got the black ink, something like the Sanderson sisters, the book. That's what I was trying to do with the googly eye, but I don't have the right marker to color it up. And on my prototype, I used the hot glue gun to add these extra detail pieces, the stitching and the lines. And I used my gold marker, but I see that even when you rub on that, there's just a little bit still coming off. And I don't want that to come off on any of the ladies' hands when they do get the books. So I figured I'll just go ahead and stitch my book and then decorate the front with whatever. So I'm gonna put you on time lapse and get going on the other 2 books. All right.